Hi, Bobbi Brown here. I'm here with my friend, model, skincare and dermatology expert, Dr. Leena Ramani. Hi, doctor. How are you?
Hello, Bobbi. It's great to be here.
So nice to see you.
Nice to see you again.
I have so many questions for you, and people are always asking me as a makeup artist and beauty expert all these derm questions, and so I'm glad I have you to refer to on certain things. And I'm gonna just jump in with the first one that I have no idea what the answer is to this, okay?
All right, hit me with it.
Does your sunscreen go on before or after your foundation?
It should be the first thing before foundation, but after all of your skincare and your moisturizers. It's typically the last step in your skincare routine, but of course before makeup.
Interesting. So you do your eye cream,
Yep.
moisturizer,
Serums.
then serums. Yeah, serums would go before or after.
Serums go first, typically onto clean skin.
Okay.
And then moisturizer on top if you're using it, and then your sunscreen last.
And then talk to me, like, what are some big concerns that, you know, some patients complain about or have questions about?
A lot of patients come in for things like dry skin. They come in for dark spots, redness on the cheeks, things like rosacea. Acne, of course, is a huge one.
What about for tweezing your eyebrows? Like, what's the best way? Is it when you get out of the shower, when you're dry? I mean, are you supposed to go against the grain? Like, tell me everything that you need to know.
Of course. So, I mean, there's all different things you hear out there when it comes to hair removal. I definitely do see a lot of patients who ask about that. So the first step is you're going to want to start with, whether it's after the shower or after you wash your face, you want to wash with warm water so that warmth kind of helps open up the pores. And remember, you don't want to use hot water because that actually dries out our skin. And then after that, with your tool, you'll actually want to pull in the direction of the hair.
Do you recommend a slanted or a pointy one? Or is it preference?
I think it's based on preference and the location of the hair. I really like that the Tweezerman tools are sharpened at the end, so it makes it easier to actually grasp the hair. This way you can pull it out directly from the root and you don't risk breaking it, which can then lead to issues like ingrown hairs, and then if you're digging around for the hair, which you definitely don't want to do, that can also damage your skin as well.
So what should someone do if they have an ingrown hair?
You want to just kind of let it be. Definitely do not try to dig around for that hair. There's a lot of good acne kind of treatments that you can use to wash and help bring the hair slowly out with time.
And I fill in brows. You have amazing brows, by the way.
They're filled in.
Aha!
Jones Road Beauty.
Yeah, but you have amazing brows. So what do you, I mean, I find that if you're really good at brows, you can gently trim the top of them. I always tell people to comb up before they trim. Do you have any eyebrow tips?
I like that idea of telling people to comb up because you want the hair to be as far away from the skin as possible when you're going to be trimming, so that you don't run into accidentally, nicking the skin.
What is the benefit of tweezing versus shaving?
So with tweezing, if you're using great tools, you're ideally only focusing on the individual hair, whereas with shaving, you do run the risk of irritating the skin around it from the razor.
So what's the benefit of stainless steel? Because all the tools in Tweezerman are stainless steel.
Yeah, I love that they're stainless steel. I think that it really speaks to the quality of the product. You know when you're buying this that it's going to last for a long time. They're great because they can be easily sanitized, easily cleaned and reused, and you don't have to worry about wearing it down with your cleaning products.
Why is it so important to clean after each use?
Well, with anything that's coming in contact with your skin, you want to reduce the risk of transferring bacteria. You're just causing a chance of infection.
And is there a good way to store your tools?
After you've cleaned them, I recommend either putting them, whether you have a box or if you have a special case for them, just tucked away in a drawer. They're not constantly outside.
What is this?
So that is the Tweezerman no-slip skincare tool, otherwise known as a comedone extractor.
As a what?
A comedone extractor.
Comedone extractor. What's a comedone?
Yes. So comedone is a type of acne bump.
Okay.
There's two different types of acne bumps. Usually, classically, we think of. We have the whitehead, blackhead group, which are comedones, and then you have like the larger zits. Those are like the big, rich.
Dermatologists call them zits?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Nobody likes them either way, right?
Yeah. Now, there's two sizes.
Yes.
Tell me why.
So the smaller size is going to be used more for the blackhead type of pimples. And then the larger size can be used for only when you have those bigger pimples, those bigger zits that have that little whitehead on top. Those are the only pimples that are really safe to be removed with these tools at home. If you don't see a little bump on top, leave it alone. Don't mess at it, don't pick at it with your fingers. You're gonna only risk scarring and making the whole situation worse.
And do you suggest someone to prep the skin before, and do you do anything after?
Beforehand, I would say just make sure you want to wash your hands are clean, and then just wash with a gentle face wash.
And afterwards, do you have to put anything on to make sure that you're not getting infected?
Not necessarily afterwards. The most important thing is if you have acne, you want to make sure that you are in fact treating the acne.
So what is this?
So that is the Tweezerman Pore Prep tool.
Okay.
So it's used to kind of express the contents of our pores. Our pores are connected to normal glands that live in our skin. They produce oil and sebum, which naturally are released through the skin, but sometimes the skin can get a little bit clogged, and it can clog those pores, which can then lead to acne bumps. So this is a great tool that you can use to physically express the sebum from your pores.
And again, there's two sizes. How would you use either side?
So I think the smaller size I would use in more delicate areas around the nose, and the larger size for broader areas like the forehead and the cheeks.
So talk to me about eyelashes. Do you ever use a curler?
I personally don't.
I'm not a derm, but only do it on clean lashes. If you have mascara, it sometimes could get stuck and you could pull them out.
Yeah, you want to do everything you can to minimize trauma to the eyelashes.
And what's the best advice to tell people how to clean their tools?
That you're washing your tools on a regular schedule. The great thing about the Tweezerman tools is that they're stainless steel. So in fact, if you're using them in a professional setting, you can autoclave them, which is a standardized sterilization process, but also you can use them with regular alcohol wipes, and you don't run into the risk of the tools rusting and breaking down over time, which I think is important. You want that quality of your tools.
So I have another question. Now, when I was a kid and I had a car accident, this is a true story, my lashes fell out. And they grew back really quickly, which is amazing. But I guess it was from the shock.
Yeah.
I really didn't get hurt. It was from the shock. Tell me about eyelashes. What are they for? And I didn't realize they grow back so fast.
Yeah, so eyelashes are actually very important in protecting the eye. First, they filter out dirt and debris from getting into the eye, and then they also the hair there has a sensory function. So if it comes into contact with anything, it can trigger us to blink and protect again our eyes.
So as far as safety and making sure that people don't get infections, bacteria, I recommend replacing your mascara every 3 to 4 months.
That wand can easily trap bacteria over time.
Okay, and what about eyelash curler and the replacement ones that come with it? How often do you have to change that?
Yeah, so for this one, I'd recommend also changing it every 3 months. It makes it easy to remember you're replacing your mascara, you're replacing your eyelash curler pad. And then you also want to remember to replace your eyelash curler every year as well.
Okay. I'm so happy to get all my burning questions on skin and dermatology answered today. Thank you so much, Dr. Ramani, and thank you for having me, Tweezerman.